Listen, 15 years ago, you would have needed an entire production truck to do what I'm about to show you. Live switch with 8 inputs, stream to multiple platforms, control PTZ cameras, mix audio, do green screen keying, all in real time. Now, that power fits in your backpack. This is the Cinelive C2S, and it's made for creators who don't just want to make content, they want to make money with it. Welcome to FlashFilm Academy, the channel dedicated to helping photographers, filmmakers, and content creators understand the business side of the industry. This is the Flash 5 series where I ask 5 key questions to answer one thing. Can you make money with the Cinelive C2S Video Switcher? Now, what set our reviews apart is we don't care about specs unless they make you money. Period. Now, before we go over those 5 questions, let's crack this box open and talk about why you'd even need a device like this in your kit. Now, make sure you stick around because I'm gonna show you why a switcher that supports both SDI and HDMI is a rare find and why that can save you time, money, and even headaches. Now, the Cinelive C2S was sent by Cinetreak, but as always, if it's trash, I'm gonna tell you it's trash. I'm gonna let you know. First, let's talk about key features. This switcher is packed with features. 4 HDMI plus 4 SDI inputs. Yes, both, and that's rare. And yes, you can mix and match. Yes, I know, excited, I know. Another great thing about it is this rugged aluminum body. It's built for travel and field use. No, it don't have a built-in battery, but it's definitely designed to take a beating in a hard case going from job to job. Next is the 5.5-inch widescreen for monitoring. Another key feature is multi-view and super source functionality built in. Dual RTMP streaming, so you can stream to multiple platforms at once. And yes, unlike a lot of other streamers, not only did it support landscape, but it also supports portrait. So you can stream to things like Instagram and TikTok. Can you do both at the same time? Nah. This unit also provides PTZ camera controls via VISCA protocol, or VISCA, whatever you want to call it. But it's great for you one-man band guys that want to set up a bunch of PTZ cameras, control it from your device, and record. It offers wireless control via tablet, smartphone, or laptop, so you can work with a team. It has built-in chroma and luma keying for virtual backgrounds, and it records to high bitrate H.264 to a USB or SD card. Another key feature is NDI, webcam output, and even playback features. So now that you know the top features, let's talk about the pros. HDMI plus SDI inputs, no converters needed. That's rare, that's powerful. To me, that's the #1 selling feature about this unit. To me, because I got Reds, I got Sony's, HDMI, SDI. I would like to shoot with them together. Now I can. And yeah, you can go get a converter, but I don't want to have to run a converter. I don't want to do all that. But we're going to get into more detail on that a little later because I got a lot to say. Another difference is this clean port layout. It's better than ATEM Mini Extremes, which has side ports that get messy fast. I don't like all that. I'm not a fan of it. Also, portrait streaming, perfect for TikTok, IG, live and vertical platforms. We talked about it, but I want to make sure you understand that this gives you what a lot of other streamers don't. Maybe outside of the YoloLives boxes, this gives you something they don't. Next is dual platform streaming. That equals more visibility for you and your client. That way you ain't gotta pay an online service to get your signal and push it out to multiple places. You can do it on your own. The wireless IP control means you can run this switcher solo from a phone or a tablet, or you can have somebody working audio levels while you're switching between video. NDI integration open up pro level virtual workflows like crazy. We're gonna touch on that a little bit later as well. And its tough compact design means it's portable without sacrificing power. Now, it's not portable like you can run out and use it, but it's portable like you can take it from job to job without a problem. Real quick, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss more gear focused reviews on profitability and not popularity. All right, and if you got questions about this device or about features, post them in the comments below. I may do a follow-up video, but let's get to the cons. First con is no internal battery. Unlike the YoloBox, it still need to be plugged in. And if that's a problem, get you a little power bank like this. You can run that bad boy all day. I use this anyway, even when I run power from my client, because if they have a power issue, I know I still got a steady stream and probably 8 more hours of usage if something happens. So I use these on shoots whenever we got to use power. I'll post a link to that in the description, even though it has nothing to do with this. It's still great to have. So keep in mind, no internal battery. Unlike the YoloBox, they still need to be plugged in. Another thing is 1080p max resolution. Most people don't care with streaming. Let me be real. If you're streaming online, 1080p is more than enough. 4K is nice, but it's a whole lot more file for people that's not really gonna fully get it. So I can say I want this to be 4K. It really don't bother me. I'm gonna be honest with you. But let me tell you why it's 1080p, because a lot of people don't know. And I had to do some research. And what I found out was 4K SDI ports are expensive to license, which is why you rarely see them outside of like broadcast cameras. This keeps the price down. And a lot of companies don't want to pay what it costs to give you 4K SDI unless you go with like a Blackmagic switcher. And you know, a lot of people just rather spend the money there. So if something happened in the future, they can always switch an SDI from an HDMI. What most people don't know is you can run SDI cables longer than HDMI cables. So you may want to look into that. With HDMI, some people have used like repeaters and signal boosters. I'm not gonna get into all that on this video, but I want to let you know. The next con is the NDI license. It's not free. You got to pay $69. It's not included, and some users may not like that surprise. Now, if you don't use NDI, you probably don't care. I think it should have been included. Just add the $70 to the price. I would rather just pay one price. I'm gonna be honest with you. The next con is it is a slight learning curve, especially if you're coming from an ATEM workflow or a YoloBox workflow. It's a lot of buttons. You just got to get used to it. ATEM is about similar with buttons, but just the workflow is different. The program screen and how everything's set up is the same. You're gonna come to this and can switch in 2 seconds. It's just all the extra stuff, you know, you gotta learn it. So if you have a shoot coming up, I take a few days to play on it before you go to that shoot. And that's really all the cons I got, y'all. I don't have much with this unit. I'm so happy to get interchangeable HDMI and SDI. It's not even funny. So let's talk about who and when is this for. This switcher is perfect for live streaming, mobile content creators, event videographers, maybe a videographer doing weddings or conferences, churches, schools, and corporate AV teams, solo operators who need PTZ control and pro level switching, creators doing IG live, sales, YouTube streams, and TikTok events. If you need a multicam switching streamer and graphics and you want it on the go, I think this is for you. We'll get into some detail about that on the final thoughts. Let's talk about the benefits to the client. Here's why your clients will love that you use this. First thing first, their events get streamed to 2 platforms, doubling visibility. Next is no drop frames, no technical headaches. You show up, plug in, and deliver broadcast quality content. It has clean transitions, custom branding, and pro audio. This positions you as a full-scale solution, even if you're a one-person crew. I also want to say real quick, if you got questions, again, put them in the comments. At under $1,000, this unit gives you power that used to live in a van full of gear. No, it doesn't do 4K. No, the NDI license isn't free. But what you can do with this switcher, that's next level. Production on a budget. And when you're offering clients more quality, more features, and more control, it leads to more contracts, more recurring gigs, and more profit. Before I let y'all go, let me add a little bit that's off script. Bruh, I've been looking for an SDI solution. I've been looking for a switcher that let me plug my SDI devices because I shoot reds. I want to shoot a live stream with all my reds. I don't want to run them to an HDMI converter. Yeah, you can do that and get 4K, but that's not important to me. What's important to me is I can run a reliable SDI cable for long spaces and have it lock in and don't have to worry about somebody yanking it out or some old lady tripping, disconnecting my camera. And if you're worried about that too, you can also do NDI. So to have the ability to mix and match right on the device, HDMI this, SDI that, bruh, that's a game changer. It is the only device, in my opinion, that is future-proof. Because guess what? You may blow up and get a bigger camera, and if you get a real cinema camera, it ain't gonna shoot HDMI, my boy. Real cinema cameras, SDI. It is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some high-end cameras that use HDMI. Chill out, don't jump on me. But the big boys, all SDI. And with this device, you can have a friend bring a camera, you can bring a camera, it don't matter what the input is. You can go get 4 random cameras and make them work together, no matter what the input or output is on them cameras. That's a no-brainer for me. That means I can go get some old C300s or something and run a whole setup and look just as great as the Academy Awards or something like that. It can be done. And these are things you got to think about, because if you got 2 different cameras with 2 different ports and you've been waiting for a switcher that work with both without adapters, my boy, this is it. All right, I like this device. It is now my go-to device when clients request to stream live via Reds. I'm going with it for sure. All right, so it offers some differences from the other switchers we've talked about on the channel, and it has a time and place for itself. Consider it if you have cameras that are SDI. Consider it. All right, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.